My name is Morvarid Amami, and I'm an MBA student at California State University, Long Beach. I'm here today to talk to you about the importance of mission statement and vision statement. Every company, no matter how small, should have a strategic plan that helps them achieve their long-term goals. However, if they don't know what business they're in and if they don't know about their vision in the future, they can't really formulate that strategy. According to Peter Drucker, who is the father of modern management, the most important question every entrepreneur should ask themselves is the question of what business they're in. It is synonymous with the mission statement, which is also called the statement of purpose. Whereas the mission statement answers the question what business we're in, the vision statement answers the questions where do we want to be. Some might argue that profit is the motivator of business, not the mission or the vision statement. But this is not quite right, because some employees might view profit as, or might perceive profit as a negative factor, because they think of profit as something that they earn, and then the management takes it away from them and gives it to shareholders. Although this perception might be disturbing to management, it is the perfect indicator that both profit and vision and mission statement are needed as business motivators. There are some ways that different businesses come up with their mission and vision statement. One effective way is to give articles to different levels of management, and then they read these articles and come up with their suggestions for their ideas that they have for the vision and the mission statement. And then a higher committee or a facilitator goes over these statements and reviews the statements and makes final adjustments and distributes it back to the managers. And then they again read it and add their little modifications to it or delete some parts of it. And then finally the higher management combines it into one formula, and then they use that formula in order to come up with their strategic plan. And some other companies employ some outside people or group discussions, and by outside people I mean someone that has the expertise to formulate such statements, and then they also can manage the group thinking process better. However, all the employees should be involved in formulating a mission and vision statement, because if they're not fully committed to the mission and vision of the company, they're not going to be productive, and the long-term goals of the company are not going to be as important to them. So what are some of the benefits of the mission and the vision statements? According to the Business Week magazine, companies that do have a very clear and effective mission and vision statement actually make 30% more revenues as opposed to companies that do not have such statements. Some other benefits of these statements are that they provide the basis for resource allocation, and they also create an organizational culture where everybody is in on the business plans and everybody is productive and motivated. So what are some of the components of the mission and the vision statement? The first component is the customers, which answers the questions, who are the customers of the firm? The second one is products. What are the major products and services of the firms? And market. In terms of competition, which geographical area is the company competing in? And also public responsibility. A company, no matter what business they're in, they're supposed to be responsible socially. When it comes to environment, they're supposed to be sensitive and responsible, and also for the community. And as far as technology, how advanced the company is. The nature of a company's mission and vision statement clearly states a competitive advantage, or it could also mean they're at a disadvantage. Without a clear statement, a company's short-term goals might be counterproductive to their long-term goals. A good example is, for example, you are trying to get on a ship to get to a specific place. Your long-term goal is to get to that specific place, but if all the people are not really in on where you're going on the ship, they're not going to be committed. And also when it comes to resource allocation, you might exhaust all of your resources before you get to that place, because you might eat all the food that you have, and you might exhaust all the time and manpower and money you have before you actually get to your destination. Even the best mission and vision statement are subject to change, because markets change, the nature of competition changes, and sometimes other people take over your company that have a different vision. However, if the mission statement is prepared carefully, it will need just minor modifications, not major ones. And usually on average, bigger organizations modify their mission statement about once a year. So what are some of the characteristics of mission and vision statement? It should actually be not that long. It should be less than 250 words, and because you want for everybody to understand it, even people that are not really familiar with the business, it's supposed to be very simple. It shouldn't contain any numbers, ratios, percentages, or anything that takes away its simplicity. It should also be inspiring and should also show that the company is environmentally and socially responsible. And the most important thing is that it should show how the company actually cares about the customers and the employees, and how valuable the employees are pictured in the mission statement. Because after all, if it's not for the skills and the manpower of those employees, the company wouldn't be able to achieve its objectives. And also an effective mission statement would be enduring, which means it will last the test of time. I want to thank you for your time, and hopefully you learned something new today that will help you sustain a successful business in the future.